Hello, everyone. It's time. I'm so excited. It is time. It is time for 10K in 10 days. And we had a little bit of a mishap today because it would appear as though the neighbors are still not done with their roof. So I've tried to find different locations that I can go live, but there's a bunch of people in my house, and there's a bunch of people on the roof next door banging around. So I'm gonna do my very best to just talk loud so that you can't hear the banging as loudly as I can hear it right beside me. But it's okay because I'm excited. This is my favorite program of the year. My favorite program of the year. It is forever a favorite. And it's not just my favorite, like, this seems to be everyone's favorite. Everyone who's done this program before, this quickly becomes a favorite program. And there's so much that we're going to do together and things that we're going to talk about together. But the magic of this program is the group. Anyone who's been here more than once can attest to this fact that the magic is in the group. Yes, we're going to talk about some next level things. Yes, we're going to. Okay. I'm about to talk to you about 10K in 10 days as a $16,000 payment pops up on my screen. All right, universe, I see you. Happy December. Happy 10K in 10 days. Okay, so if this is your first round, let me know. I want to know how many first timers we have in the 10K in 10 days program. I see there's a bunch of you who this is your second round, third round. There's some people who have been taking this program since the beginning when I first came out with this program, which was a few years ago. This is the only program that has stood the test of time in my coaching career. I've had many different programs over the years, and this is the only one that has lasted the longest. There's been many programs that I've had that I let go of that weren't necessarily in alignment anymore, that didn't feel fun, didn't feel exciting anymore, so we let those go. And then there's some that I've been doing for a little while, but 10K in 10 days is for sure the longest. Hello. Okay, let's see. First time. Not my first time, second time, first time. Okay, we have lots of first timers. I am excited to introduce you to the magic that is 10K in 10 days. And I want to start by saying, it's called 10K in 10 days because that was the name when I was coming out with it for the very first time. It was all about 10K in 10 days. I just liked the way that it sounded. 10K, 10 days. I have tried to change the name of 10K in 10 days a couple of times because what happens in here goes well beyond 10K. We have a lot of people in this program who do way more than $10,000 in 10 days. We've had people do upwards of $1 million plus in 10 days. It is insanity what happens in here. But I can't change the name because the name is just, it won't go. So we're going to stick with it, even though, of course, we could be bringing in way more than 10K in 10 days. So the very first thing I wanted to make clear is do not set your sights on 10K. Do not set your sights on 10K because if so, that will be the limit. That will be all that you can do. So set your sights on the fastest you've ever made money. Just call it that. The fastest you've ever made so much money. And you could go well beyond 10K. Just leave the door open just a crack. Just leave it open a little crack for you to go well beyond 10K. So here's how this program works. So this is a 10-day live program. I will be in here every single day live. Okay. And I am going to share with you a couple different money activities, right? 1 to 2 money activities. And then I'm going to give you homework. And this homework is like if you don't do the homework, you can still have incredible results just through being in the group, because the energy of the group is magic. But if you do the homework, you set yourself up for an even greater chance of even more money way faster. So I highly recommend doing the homework as well. The homework is going to be 1 to 3 go and do actions. So this is basically me that's just going to say, now go do X, Y, and Z. That's it. And then there's usually a homework prompt in there as well. So do the work, and I think you'll be very happy that you did. But even if you don't, or even if you do some of it, you can still have an incredible experience. So be open to that as well. The magic of this group is really in the sharing. So when I said that the group itself is magic, it's only magic if you actually participate in the group. Now, I know a lot of you like to take programs and just kind of be a fly on the wall, just kind of sit back, absorb everything. That's the right word. Observe and absorb everything and not really participate very much. You can do that for a lot of programs. This is not the one. This is not the one. This one, you've got to show up in here. You've got to show up in here. You've got to let yourself be seen in here. You've got to play in these vibes. It will accelerate your money wins like nothing else. I promise you. You've got to play in these vibes. You've got to play. So in this group, we want to celebrate money. Celebrate money. Every single dollar matters. And this includes saving money. You saved $8.56 at the grocery store, post it in here. You had a $10,000 pay in full client, post it in here. All the money wins. All of the money that you're receiving and saving, they all matter. And the more that you post these wins, the more you're helping the other women in this group to calibrate. And the more they post in this group and celebrate their money wins, the more you're able to calibrate. And what happens is this becomes a money vortex. You start to see so much money coming in. You're going to see people today, you're going to see people posting in the group going, I just made this. I just had this payment come through. I just did this. I just had this. You're going to see so much money. And even if it triggers you a little bit, try to stay in it. Try to stick with it, because the next thing you know, that's going to be you. It's going to be you posting. It's going to be you going, I was skeptical, but there's always at least a few people who are like, I was skeptical. I saw all the results. I saw all the celebrations. I saw all the testimonials. And I was a little skeptical, but it works. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So share your money wins, all of them, every single money win. And this is not just money in your business. And this is another piece that I love about 10K in 10 days is, yes, we're going to talk a lot about business, but it's not just about business. You're going to find that you start becoming a magnet for money in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of areas. One of my favorite things about this program is that when I do it, because I do it with you every round, when I do it, I always receive a check in the mail. And I love talking about this because it's so crazy, yet not at this point, that this happens, because I don't receive checks in the mail. I don't. I haven't received checks in the mail in years, but every time I do 10K in 10 days, there's a check in the mail. From all kinds of different places, sometimes from the government, sometimes I got a check one time from Costco. That was like giving us like a cashback bonus that just came out of nowhere, right? I've seen it myself, and I've seen it with the women in this group where money comes in through their clients. Like their clients start making more money. Their partner starts making more money. They start getting gifts. Like I've seen people in this group receive a gift of $10,000, like straight $10,000. That is not a coincidence. $10,000, you just got married and your mother-in-law is like, I want to give you a check to start your life together. And it's a $10,000 check. That's happened. Like, so many incredible things happen in here. It's weird, it's funny, it's crazy. It's like, it's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you go, what the freaking heck is going on? What is this freaking witchcraft? And you're gonna have the time of your life, I promise you. But you've gotta stay in it. You've got to stay in it, and you've got to play in the energy. You've got to celebrate yourself, every single dollar that you received in your business, outside of your business, money saved, gifts, everything. And then you also want to make sure that you're celebrating everyone else. So when you see somebody celebrate something, congratulate them, right? And you obviously don't have to do this with every single post, because there's going to be a lot of posts. But the ones that speak to you, the ones that you want to comment on and celebrate with, do it. The playfulness is so important. Every time I've done this with you, Cassie, my husband always receives bigger sums of cash in his business, and this won't be any different, since one of our friends is currently here from Honduras, who buys trucks from us, and he pays cash. I'm so excited for that celebration. This is going to be the best month of the year. I feel it. So I felt this morning when I woke up. I was like, there's something in the air. There's something in the air. I feel it. It's 10K in 10 days. I'm so freaking excited. It's the last month of the year. Like, let's end it with a freaking bang, shall we? Let's do it. Let's do it. So we want to get into the fun of it. We want to get into the excitement of it. We want to get into the potentiality of it. Like, start thinking about the money that you can receive. Go and look through, if you haven't done this already, look through my stories on Instagram. You can look through there's some from today, some from yesterday, and then there's also a 10K in 10 days like highlight on my story highlight. Just go and look through those and start looking at the celebrations, the screenshots from people celebrating how much money they've received. This is results over like the past few years from this program. Start looking at it and start pretending it's you. Imagine that it's your result. I just celebrated your $11,000 day on day 2 of 10K in 10 days. Like, start imagining, start getting into that potentiality of like, it could be me. That could be me. That I could be the next big results in 10K in 10 days. I could be the next screenshot. Like, I could be the one who's made the most during the 10 days, you know, like, start getting playful with it. Start playing around with the idea that it can happen for you, because it can. I already have a huge celebration. Excuse me. I already have a huge celebration. I can't wait. Oh my God. Okay. I'm excited. Okay. So the first question to ask yourself is why? And I know this sounds ridiculous, like, why not? But ask yourself why. Why do I want to have a big cash injection right now? Why? Why do I want to? And so when I asked myself the question this morning, like, why do I want to do it? Because like I said, I do this work with you, and I already knew what the work was going to be for today, so I kind of got a head start on you. Why do you want to have a big cash injection now? And for me, it was really just about, I want to see what's possible for myself. And I want to end the year in style. I want to end the year big. I want to end the year having like these images in my head of what's actually potential. I have no attachment to like whether or not it happens, or what time it happens, or by what day it happens, or what if it doesn't happen. I'm just in like that playful vibe, that playful energy of what if. And so my team and I were like, happy $1 million month. We're gonna have $1 million month. Happy $1 million month. Will we have $1 million month? No idea. But I'm having fun playing around with the idea that maybe we do. And it gets me really excited. It gets me really fired up. So why not play with that? So ask yourself why. Maybe it's for the holidays. You just want to have a lot of extra money for the holidays to do amazing things for yourself and your family and your loved ones. Maybe you want to give really big donations at the end of the year. Maybe you want to make a big investment in your business before the end of the year. Maybe you just have a bunch of debt that you want to pay off, or you want to put money into savings, or you want to buy yourself a new car, whatever it is for you. Like, why? Why do you want it? And again, this is getting into that excitement and that playfulness and that potentiality. Play with the why. Play with the why and see what comes up. So I can say yes to everything my kids want for Christmas and beyond. Oh, I love that, Mindy. I want to end the year very abundant, and I simply want to experience crazy fast receiving. Exactly. I just want to receive money fast, because why the heck not? Why the heck not? Okay, so there are two things today. They are relatively small, but they're big at the same time. They're small in the sense of what to do, but they're big in the sense of what you can get from this exercise. So the first thing that we're going to do today on day one is we're going to look at your business, and we're going to look at every single piece of it. So this may take a little bit of time, but I promise you it will be worth it. Look at your business and ask yourself what's working and what's not working. So if you look at your social media, what's working with your social media? Maybe you're on Instagram, and what's working really well is your stories. You have really great engagement, you make great sales, you have a lot of people looking at your stories, but your feed, not so great. So your feed can use a little bit of work, a little bit of cleaning up. There's something to do there. And maybe you're looking at your sales. Maybe your sales are just kind of okay. They're not bad, but they're not amazing. How can we make them amazing? What can we do? What can you change? What can you add? What excuse me, what can you delegate? What can you let go of to make the experience of selling better? To make the outcome of selling better. Maybe you have certain programs that you run every year, and there's one particular program that you're just not loving anymore. Maybe you let go of it. Maybe it's time to say goodbye. Or maybe there's just something that you need to clean up there. There's something that you want to change. Maybe it's the price, maybe it's the content, maybe it's the duration, maybe it's the branding. And you just clean it up a little, and then it's perfect and you love it. If you have a website, look at your website. What's working, what's not. Look at the way that you're working with your clients. What's working, what's not working. One thing that I had last December when I did this was my boundaries in Voxer specifically. I had a lot of clients who were in Voxer all day long, expecting me to be in Voxer with them all day long, sending 5, 6, 7 minute audios back to back, 3 or 4 of them in a row. There was a lot of kind of leaky energy there. And so that was a big thing for me, where I said, Voxer is not working, but I want it to work because I love it and I know it can be amazing, but I need to do something here to clean it up. What do I need to do? And that's when I started to put more boundaries in place in terms of my Voxer. So it was changing up, how often I was in Voxer. I stopped being accessible all the time, because that was a big piece of my problem, was I was always in Voxer. I'd see a message and I'd respond immediately. So now I'm in Voxer way less. And the questions that are asked now from my clients are way more potent. They get way better answers from me, way better coaching from me, way better results from that experience, because the questions that they ask are better questions because of the boundaries that I put in place there. So boundaries was a big thing for me. So I had to look at that. I was also looking at my pricing when I did this in December last year. My pricing was just, pricing was not working. I was like, pricing needs to go way, way up. And so that was a big piece that needed to change as well. I needed to put those things in. I needed to increase prices for certain things. I needed to let things go. So it's, just letting yourself be curious. This one piece changes the game for me every single round. Me too. This is probably my favorite piece, and day 2. Actually, day 2 is my number 1, but this would be the very next one. It changes a lot. I just manifested $400. And so it begins. I'm telling you, we're going to have so much fun together. Okay, so what is working in your business and what's not? So if something is not working, then the next piece is, like, what next? What do I do? So if it's not working, do you need to fix it? Or do you need to let it go? because there's some things that you're probably doing where you're like, I don't really need to do this anymore, or I don't like doing this, or I don't want to do this. Maybe it's something you can delegate, or it's something that you can just let go of altogether. Just let it go. And then the things that are working, how can you do them even better? How can you make it even easier? And then, of course, let's not forget, celebrate. Celebrate yourself. Look back on this past year. Look at every single thing you've done. Look at the accomplishments you've had. Like really letting yourself celebrate you. If you drink, pop a bottle of champagne. Have a glass for yourself. If you don't drink, have some other fancy beverage for yourself that's not alcohol. Take yourself out to dinner. Rent a limo. Drive around the city. Do something for yourself to celebrate how freaking incredible you did this year. Even if it wasn't what you thought it was, or thought it would be, even if it's not as big as maybe you desired it to be, you still did incredible things this year. Don't forget the incredible things that you've done. Don't forget to celebrate them. Don't let them pass by without acknowledging them. And this brings me to the second part of the homework for today, which is gratitude. And this is one of those things that is so incredibly simple, but it has the potential to change the trajectory of this program for you, as well as your entire freaking life. Your entire freaking life. And it's really about gratitude and being grateful. So this is how we're going to do it. So having 100 things on your list. 100. No less and no more, just 100. 100 things, people, experiences that you're grateful for right now. That's it. Now you can make a list and just write it down. 100, done. Or for brownie points, and to really let this like sink in even more for you, is to write down why. Why you're grateful for that thing. So you have a person that you're grateful for. Why are you grateful for them? Why are you grateful? Because just writing down, I'm grateful for my house, and I'm grateful for my car, and I'm grateful for my mom, and I'm grateful for my dad, and I'm grateful for this. That's good. But if we want to go to great, we're going to add in the why. I'm grateful for my mom because. I'm grateful for my house because. It feels different when we add a why to it. We're going to the hot springs tonight to celebrate. My fiance's idea, such perfect timing. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I love that. 111 things we're grateful for. Last round changed the game for me. Gratitude is the vibration of abundance. Yes, we're in Mexico celebrating life, going to sand dunes this afternoon. Oh my gosh, I love that this is happening during my little phase since I'm already in that vibe. I love that. I love the number 111 too. Yeah, some people did more than 100 last round. If you want to do more than 100, go for it. It's obviously not a bad thing to be grateful for more things, but do at least 100. And what happens for a lot of people is they'll get to about 50. And around 50, they're like, what else? What am I missing? What am I forgetting? And this is where I find that when you get to that point, whether it's 50 or 60, whatever it is for you, but when you get to that point, you really have to think about it. It lands a little bit deeper. So when I did this the first time and I got to, I think it was like 46 or something, 46, 47. And I was like, what the heck else is there? Like I've gone through every single person that I know. I've gone through like all the big things like my house and the money in the bank and this, food in the fridge. What else? And I just started looking around the room and I saw my candles. Oh, I'm grateful for candles. I love candles. I love the way candles make me feel. And then I kept looking and I saw my cats. Can't believe I forgot the cats. Of course I'm grateful for the cats. I love the cats. Kept looking around the room, fireplace. Oh, I'm so grateful for the fireplace, especially in the winter because blah, 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 blah. Like start looking around the room really slowly and you'll start noticing. Like I noticed the littlest things. Like I'm so grateful for our baseboards because we used to live in a house where we didn't have baseboards and it was so ugly. Like I'm so grateful for our hardwood floors. I'm so grateful for the rug that I got because it fits the room perfectly. Like, I'm so grateful for the windows that we have in our sitting room because it lets in so much beautiful natural light. Like, I'm so grateful for my toes because my toes allow me to stand up on my feet. You know, like, just start really looking at everything. And it reminds us of how abundant we already are. No matter how much money we have in the bank, no matter how much money our business is making or not making, like, it reminds us of all of the abundance that we already have. Everything I wrote after 70 was landing so deeply, I literally ended up in tears. That's how it felt for me too. Yeah, that's how it felt. My toes. I'm grateful for my fingers. Without my fingers, I wouldn't be able to eat a sandwich. I mean, I'm sure I'd figure out how, but it's a lot easier when you just have fingers. I'm grateful for just being. Yes, I put that on my list every time. I'm grateful to exist. I'm grateful that Indian food exists. Yes, 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 yes. I just had Indian food last night. Who doesn't love Indian food? Because if you do not love Indian food, I'm a little skeptical of you. I'm grateful for the sandwich. There's so much. There's absolutely so much to be grateful for. And it makes such a huge difference in our lives when we can focus on all of these things that we already have that we're so grateful for, that we probably didn't even really acknowledge before, like our toes. When's the last time you said, thank you, toes, for keeping me upright when I'm standing? Like, thank you, eyebrows, for keeping sweat out of my eyes. Like, when's the last time you thanked your eyebrows? Maybe today is the day. Let's thank our eyebrows together. No matter how thin they are, mine are still super thin, but they still keep most of the sweat out of my eyes. So thank you, eyebrows. I'm very grateful for you. Okay, so this is day one of 10K in 10 days. And I am feeling an energy coursing through my veins like nothing I've ever felt before. I feel like this round of 10K in 10 days, like, there's something different about this round. I don't even have words for it. I can't put my finger on what it is, but I feel like at the end of our 10 days together, some very big magic is going to have transpired. I feel that so deeply, and I'm so excited that you're here with me. 10 days in December, the last month of the year. I'm so excited that we get to do this together. So excited that we get to end the year with a bang together. I'm so excited that we get to celebrate and be in gratitude together. I'm excited for all of it. So I'm going to post the homework in the group for you. And you can get started on that right away. There's the gratitude, and then there is what's working and what's not working. If you want to share it in the group, that would be amazing. Again, this is all about sharing in this space. This is the magic of 10K in 10 days. Sharing, celebrating, being in gratitude, everything abundance, all the money wins. Like, I think it was Leslie, right? Leslie, your what was it, $400? Like, celebrate it in the group, post it in the group. Like, let's get this money ball rolling. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the next 10 days. Thank you for being here with me. I love you all so much, and I will see you here again tomorrow for day number 2, where we are going to have some serious, serious money fun. So I'll see you tomorrow.